Hello. No. What's going on?
My name is Debbie. How are you?
I'm good, Debbie. How are you?
Okay. I have an injunction hearing on Friday.
Yep.
Is your camera on?
Yeah.
Thank you. Against Mr. Walters there. This
Okay.
is my dog Shiloh. That's my dog Kevin. I have been documenting him harassing me and my dogs. And I believe he is antagonizing the dogs to get to have a reason to be nasty to him. Last week, oops, sorry buddy, when I came home, the gate was open.
Okay.
I want you to look at this. Did you see the force that I took to open that?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just going to blow open. You have to force it open.
Is that how you... Oh, okay, I see.
So, yeah, it goes up and down. So, I set my property up to make sure, you know, somebody's coming in, because this has been going on for 6 months. There's records in here. Right now there's a warrant out for him for harassment and stalking and felony criminal mischief.
Okay.
And he's been working on the fence line all morning, and because of the mischief and the harassment that I've been doing, I keep my eye on him, because he's cut my fence, he's taken my fence post down, he's thrown trash over the fence and stuff like that. So there he is right there. So I was looking at him.
Okay.
And my dog is now alerted to him. She used to be friendly to him. She's not friendly to him anymore. So she went over there and she barked. And he took his, you see he's got a hammer on the side. And he took the hammer and he whacked the post.
Yeah.
And Shiloh stopped barking for a second and then started barking again. Then
Why didn't you call your dog back to you?
I did.
Okay.
She stopped barking. But he hit the fence again. And I jumped up and I said, leave her the fuck alone. Leave her alone. I've had it up to here. You've got a dog. This dog is actually a guard dog. She is trained. She has a really good instinct to people. He's antagonizing the dog. Just like if I went over there and started teasing your dog, bad things are going to happen. So he's now teasing my dog.
So I'm not interrupting you. I'm just... How's he supposed to work on his fence then?
Well, he can work on his fence all darn day.
But do you want to work on a fence with a dog barking in your face?
I would tell the dog to be quiet.
And the dogs listen to him?
Yes, the dog does listen to him, as a matter of fact.
Well, my dog's a very certified, trained dog, and he listens to me and me only.
Well, no, I have brought, since he moved in, I didn't want to have problems with the dogs.
Yeah.
So I brought the dogs over to him, and I introduced him to the dog.
Okay.
I gave him my business card. I said, if there's ever an issue with my dogs or anything else, please call me. Please don't hurt or kill my dogs.
Okay.
I mean, I've done everything that I possibly can.
Did he hurt your dogs today?
No,
Okay.
He didn't. But he was teasing them and antagonizing them with the hammer. When all he had to do was tell him to stop. But what he does, and I've got it documented. There's a camera right there. There's a camera right there. There's a camera right there. He comes and he just about stops right here, alerting the dog, and then guns it all the way down the fence line, messing with the dogs. He does it over there. He stops over there, alerts the dog, and then runs. This is only happening for the last 6 months or so.
Okay.
I mean, he moved in there about 2 years ago. He knew the dog. The dog knew him. I made sure I introduced him to the dog.
Well, let's just be honest. They're animals. Okay, they're not perfect.
Right?
Okay? And you as their owner, if that's causing an issue with him working and the dog's out, why don't you just call and put him inside? Why am I having to come and deal with that?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm going to go talk to him too, but y'all got to learn to get along.
You're right, but there is no getting along, sir. You're talking to a victim of harassment and stalking. That is not my issue. That is his issue and your issue.
Well, my issue is if I'm working on a fence, I work outside. I deal with dogs and stuff all the time.
Right, me too.
Every day, I have to deal with
Right.
multiple dogs.
Yep.
If I'm over here, if say me and you were talking, and that dog's sitting here barking in my face, I expect something to be done with that dog. It's
You're
not
right.
going to listen to me.
You're right.
Same instance.
No,
If I'm
no.
if I'm your neighbor and I'm working on a fence and I've got a dog sitting here just yawing in my face, it's annoying. It is. It's frustrating to that person.
Maybe.
So I'm saying you got to help me help you too. You got to you see that happening, you just got to call your dog over.
Okay. I told you that
I'm gonna tell him not to.
I told
I understand you're a victim.
Yep.
I'm not here about it. I'm here about a disturbance between you and him, and you're telling me the dogs. What I'm hearing is your dogs are going over there bothering this man, and you failed to call him back. That doesn't make you a victim.
I am requesting right now your camera.
You can call the sheriff's office and collect that yourself. That's what you have to do. You have to put a public records request to get it. I don't have to provide that to you. Have a good day, ma'am. I'm telling you how it works. I have no ability to give you this camera footage. You have to obtain it yourself.
Yeah, but you didn't need to say that.
Don't shoot the messenger. Let me guess if I got it right. All right. You're over there working on your fence. The dogs won't shut up. You smack the fence to make them leave you alone.
No, I was carrying posts over there, throwing them down, coming back, getting more, throwing them down, and she come out and started screaming because the dog's at the fence barking at me. I mean, what can I do about that?
She's mad at me. Nothing.
Yeah.
You did nothing wrong.
You know we got. Well, I don't know if it's.
Yeah, she said
I got to
there's
go
an
to court next
injunction.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Over. You know why? Because of that flag and that flag. I'm just like.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm that close to selling. I've had enough of it.
Don't let her win like that, man.
This is ridiculous.
It is. She's not happy with me right now.
It's got to the point where every time he has to go towards the fence, I come outside and sit because she's going to come outside and harass him.
I know.
But yet
I've never dealt with her. I get that. I already understand it.
If you look in there, you can see
Yeah.
there's problems on this
The deputy
property
called me on the
before
way.
I've been here.
But it's ridiculous that we can't live a life because
It'll get handled. Well, I don't know she's petitioning for an injunction, but while you're there, you should too. And then when she starts this crap, then she goes to jail. Just saying.
I ain't never
Kill two birds with one stone
we
while
don't
you're
know how
there.
to do all this. And we want to hire an attorney, but it's like, Jesus Christ, it's like.
An injunction, though, wouldn't it be a threat or something?
No. When you have an injunction in place, she cannot communicate with you. She cannot speak to you. She cannot third-party contact you. She can't do any of that.
What about this? We walk outside. We're working in our yard. She's videoing.
I mean, she can do that. She's not breaking the laws there.
I know.
I mean,
I've already
because
researched that.
like constantly, like we have people over. She comes and stands at the fence and watches.
Video her.
It's just weird.
Yeah. She just, to me, probably a lonely person that has nothing better to do with her time.
She harasses everybody in the whole county.
I mean, I don't know her.
Oh, yeah.
I've been here 12 years.
Go on
You've
word
been
of
right
mouth.
before, right?
Yeah, she harasses
sorry
him
for
too.
him.
I'm sure I'll be famous after today, trust me. She's not happy with me.
Yeah, he knows her name. It's sad. Now it's she's pissed because they're grading the roads out here. They're going through all that shit. I'm just like, because of the dust. We came to the country.
Yeah.
Republicans originally had the country. Liberals were in the city. Don't come out here. We don't come in the city. Not very hard.
No.
Deputy Mackenzie,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just getting your name so I can write it down.
It's fine. You guys know before your court date, you can go up there to the sheriff's office and request like a public records request to request all the times that they've been to her address
Okay.
Can I do the property?
and do it here. I would request yours and hers because, like today, it's populated her address, so it's
Right.
not going to document that I'm here with you.
Okay.
Right.
Damn, I have a radio on.
It was funny.
South Central Columbia. I don't know if you tried to check on me. I'm 77.
No, she has to write everything down. So there's 3 pages in there on that paperwork. And it says in there that Mr. Walters, because we had to go back in December. We already went through this once in
It was
December.
January.
Okay? Whatever. We just went through this.
An
She wrote
injunction
in there-
hearing?
Huh?
Yeah, she tried to get an injunction against us, and it
Yeah, this
was
is the
denied.
Is it the same judge?
Yes.
It'll come to an end.
And then
Well,
she
this
wrote
time we're
in there
getting
that
character witness letters also. So from her.
Well, what I was saying, it's going to populate her address, and then every time y'all have called to
We've
report
never called
something,
them.
so then you're going to need to request every time we've been to her address.
I don't do that.
And that will, it'll give you all the what she's made statements, what she's claiming, what we did, etc. And you can take that and be like, this has all been bogus. This has all been bogus. This is it helped prove your case.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
animal
what we'll do
control and the law is constant
And
with her.
yeah, and then what else she calling?
Oh, code enforcement.
Code enforcement. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a camper here waiting for that to be brought, and she called code enforcement. Well, they checked it out. So, well, no, he's within his rights. They pulled permit, they've done everything. So, it's just poking.
It is.
But she wrote in there, in that paper I got in there, she wrote in there, Mr. Walters says he was going to erect a fence. All right, so I've been working on that fence. So I'm like, well, I only get 4 days off. I do refrigeration. I only get 4 days. We've been going to see our granddaughter now. I told her, I said, well, let's stay here this weekend. I'll go get fencing and
Get it
start
knocked
putting
out.
up again. And I'm being called for putting up the fence.
That she wants you to put up?
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
because we don't have dogs anymore.
We don't have
It's
any
not
dogs
animals.
anymore, so now we've decided, you know what? We're going to take it down. So we're just going to do it across the front. Screw it. Your fence can fall down.
The animals there, because her daughter used to live in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they called so much on them that
They
they
left.
just said out.
Yeah.
Because you can see where the fence was. I just took it down today. Because we went across there to that corner and went straight across. And this whole thing was fenced. And there was 2 animals in there. And she just kept on and on and on and on.
Now we're just going to take
So,
it down so she can't have a new fence, and hopefully hers will all fall down. And
I told her today she wasn't a victim, that she needed to call her dogs back where you could finish working in peace, and she didn't like that. So
well, good. Thank you. We appreciate that.
All right, brother.
I told her, if I'm standing there working on the fence, I don't want a stinking dog barking in my face either.
Well,
No matter what you did, it would have drove me crazy.
Well, what's sad is I can walk up to the fence, pet the dog. I mean, the dog don't have no problem with it.
Yeah.
The dog was actually
Dog was
laying on
being
the
a
ground.
dog, and she interjected.
Well, originally the dog was laying on the ground and she's out in her yard, and the dog was barking at her. And then I came up and threw some more fence posts on there and scared the dog. Then he jumped up, turned to me, started barking, and that's when she came over yelling, screaming at me.
Good luck.